What's going on, y'all? It's time. Happy Friday. It's No Noise episode. Whoa, what are we at? 366? Damn. It's 4/11, 2024. This is No Noise. I am Z Rex coming at you live. What is it, about noon o'clock? Yep, a minute shy of the noon hour. I hope y'all's week was awesome and badass, all that good stuff. Let's jump right into it with some price action. Not really anything too crazy, just ping ponging till it's gonna ping pong forever. This is just sideways consolidation at its finest. Pretty much what has been expected. So let's see here. Let's just jump right into the daily. Yeah, we're still above the 21 EMA, just barely. Getting a little bit of sell pressure, but, nothing really too crazy. Just, what is this range? Little couple $1,000 range for the whole week. It does have the incremental higher high still. So as long as we're kind of holding above, 66K on the short time frames, looks fine. And obviously long-term time frames are still very well intact on the bullish side, with not even real, sounds kind of crazy, but not really any, well, hold on. Not any concern really until we would breach like 57,000 or something. That will change as this EMA comes up. This yellow line is the 21 EMA. So right now that's where it about resides, is about mid 50,000 range. But as this week closes and goes into the next week, this will probably get ratcheted up, and we really want to just watch this 21 EMA for the macro. Other than that, though, it's kind of just meh, whatever. Let's go to futures. Same thing, meh, whatever. It is above this trend line that goes to the bottom of the recent bear market back last year. So that's kind of interesting. As long as we're staying above this, it does look pretty sexy. And guess where the time is where this runs into the trend line? Ah, you guessed it. The halving, which will be next Friday-ish or so, give or take, I think, pretty much a day. But it looks like it's pretty solidified to be on Friday afternoon, I think, if my memory serves me correct. Still struggling on the total market cap. It's actually attempting to breach the line right now. But, like we talked about the other day on Wednesday, really would like to see this get above 285 to really get the party started. I mean, yes, shit has rallied hardcore. It does look really good. Over $1 trillion is coming to the market, and everyone's like, yeah, it's amazing, so much money from the ETFs, but we don't have as much money in the market as we did back here. So kind of interesting on that note. Let's jump over to GBDC, see what this weekly is looking like. Hey, that's actually closing up on the week. That's surprising. Very tight consolidation, pretty much having confluence between all the BTC tradables. Ethereum kind of just lollygagging, range mode. I mean, this is pretty much the MO right now. It's just range time. One interesting thing that I just noticed now was this H pattern right here. And we actually did the thing we were supposed to, get above this level. But we are getting we're fading already. So that could be a little bit concerning. Because, if bears try to come in and slap it price action, I mean, we could easily dump like 20% in ETH and Bitcoin, which would kind of start to change the behavior and question this trend if that were to happen. So we don't want to see that. If that were the case, too, you'd be looking for big dumps on lots of these shit coins. So very interesting time as we come up on the halving. And be nice to get this out of the way so we don't have to think about it anymore. And obviously some of the pressures too from TNX and inflation being real hot, which, Bitcoin's supposed to hedge against, so they say. Moving on to Unicorn Shirt Man. Oh, look, it's 3420. Hell yeah. Or back to Unicorn Shirt Man. Line in the sand short term, same. 3,300. Below that, start building structure below there. We'd really start having to question the trend. Because I bet this is at a 382. Yep, sure is. So as long as, we're above that 3,300-ish area, it's all good in the hood. Really don't want to see dump fest from there. And again, you know, Bitcoin doesn't really dump more than 20% in its rallies, which I could not find that freaking whatchamacallit, analysis that I did on that. But if we kind of just go real fast through here, you can see when we got 20% here, big dump came in after that. I mean, 50+%, and that pretty much was the top. Yeah, we had a little incremental high right here, barely a little bull trap. But just kind of for showing you here real quick, and then here's another 20% off of the all-time local high. That's where you measure it from. And here's another one that gets down 20-something%, and then that was the top. Then you go here, and then most of these will be around. Oh, that one actually is 20 flat. Damn, look at that. 20 flat on that one. Let's see on this one. Oh, we are on 30. So maybe it's maybe it was 50. Maybe I am incorrect on that. Well, foot and mouth there for a little bit. That's okay. I really wish I could find that freaking research I did on that. I just have too many damn charts. I do have this one. Wait, hold on. Did I leave the changes? Nah, whatever. We're just going to keep going. Unicorn Shirt Man. Dump Fest 3000? Nah, it's fine so far. Ethereum futures kind of have the same chart there. What about ETH? Haven't looked at that in a while. Ooh, ETH actually looks kind of gross. Wow, it's down 35%. Interesting. Yeah, that's pretty nasty. Well, I don't know. I don't really look at ETH that much, so let's just move on. We'll just watch Unicorn Shirt Man for that. And as long as, again, it's staying above 3,300, it's all good. Charlie is selling off finally back below the 100 level. Kind of getting comfy below there. But again, right on the trend line. Consolidation is real. It's real boring. And we've got kind of a little speed line right there or so. I'm not going to clutter up the chart because this blue box kind of trumps that. And we already have this one, so we don't need another line for $5. Big deal. 5% ain't nothing in crypto land. Ethereum Classic, same shit. I mean, everything's going to be pretty much just consolidating. I mean, we're kind of having the same. Oh, look, we're still filling out the triangle on XRP. Ripple me nipples, dude. How impressive. A little sell-off on Stellar. Some of the shitcoins are getting hit a little bit. Nothing really to add from Wednesday's video. We're just stuck in these ranges. Dot's actually breaking them, though. Uh-oh. All right, so here's one that's a little bit different behavior. But look where it is, right on the 21 EMA on the weekly. So these are more like potential buying opportunities probably than getting too scared. This is kind of a little falling wedge right there too. Those usually get resolved to the upside. So really these weekly charts are the thing to be watching for long term because we're chopping, 5-10% every other day pretty much on most of these. ADA getting slapped a little bit today, but just right at the bottom side of range, just super range bound, very boring. It's probably going to be a fairly short video because there's just not much really to add to it. Same thing here. You can see right at the bottom end of the range. Again, using these Tuesday, Wednesday tweezer bottom type candles from March 20th are really good pivot points. Some stuff is below it, like ADA is actually showing some pretty good weakness, I guess, to be fair, against that marker alone. But, I mean, like I just said, above weekly time frames, they still look very well intact. So, and high time frames trump low time frames, man. All right, let's go to BCH. Oof, dumped hard from about 700 to upper fives, about almost 20%. All right, bears trying to creep in on the daily. Oh, they are. Whoa, wow, they are 2. Okay, that's crazy. Whoa. 2 is a extremely low read on DMI. I mean, that is wildly low. Man, yeah, maybe we are going to get some sell pressure in here coming through. A lot of support around like 500. Really like 420 to 500 is a real good support zone. That is a hefty sell-off if it did dip down there, about 42%. Of course it is. What else would it be? But weekly's still pretty good as long as it stays above, yeah, the 400 handle. I mean, we're about to get chrono cross on this. So, but man, 2.5 DMI? That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. BSV, still kind of consolidating. I mean, all these charts really look the same. We haven't found an outlier yet. Some barely breaking down like ADA, but for the most part, just kind of sideways from the initial pop in the beginning of the year. So nothing too crazy. Or initial dump at the beginning of the year, like Monero. Monero is the new stablecoin. I don't know what the hell's going on over here. No one cares about privacy. It's sad, but it is what it is. Zcash, yeah, came up to 29, got rejected. Still holding on to the Tuesday and Wednesday, the 20th tweezers here. So it's okay. I mean, the privacy coins are just really forgotten at this point. Does that make them good buying opportunities? Probably. I mean, really, max risk you have on this is about 25-ish% to these lows. So, I mean, that's not terrible because, I mean, this thing could easily break out and go to this $50 horizontal. So that's like 3 to 1, even off 25%. So there could be opportunity there, but definitely higher risk as the market just seems to not give a shit about privacy coins. Same here with Dash. I mean, although Dash does look a little bit better as it's trying to get over the 55, but all of them struggling at their mega horizontals. So, nice chrono cross. Let's flip back to Zcash. Yeah, so Dash is actually the best looking of the privacy coins right now. Let's see what ZRX is doing real quick. Wait, it's not. Yeah, it is. There it is. Oh, wow. ZRX is actually the best one. Sorry. Yeah, wow. This looks actually pretty damn good, above 55 cents. Man, hadn't seen that one in a while. Yeah, it's just a tiny one relative to Dash and Zcash, and definitely Monero. Well, I guess not really. It says about the same market cap. That's surprising to me. Huh. All right. Well, stand corrected. Yeah, so ZRX is the best one, and then Dash, kind of a possible little sleeper here as it chills over 35. Again, probably good trades if Mama Bear is going to break over. You know, pretty much needs to get over 75K now to really get the bulls excited again. So if that were to happen, we'd probably see these pump a little bit. Although Monero just really can't get no pumps going. Let's go to Doge, everyone's favorite. Doji Poo. Looks great above about 14-cent handle. It looks really good above that. Intermediately, you could probably use 18. Losing 18 in that Tuesday. Where is it at? Oh, it's actually way over here. Wow, relative strength. Oh, crap. Got a little displaced there. Yeah, above 18 looks real good short term. Below that, we probably do go test 14s. But showing some good relative strength so far. Bears attempting to get into the neutral zone and battle it out, but so far, meh. Wow, look at this. There's a read of 3 on DMI. Crazy. Which, look at that. It did kind of have a little bit more pumpage after that, but did kind of put in the top there. So, interesting there. Moving on. STX, whoa, that's kind of surprising, but is this still higher highs, higher lows? Yeah, it is. Still looks very good, above $2 long term. Short term, maybe 250. Then we could look for a test of 2 if it breaks that, but that's kind of surprising because this one's been floating for a while. Uh-oh. Will the halving be a big sell the news dump fest? You know, on the show, we've talked about it a lot, that if it does rally really hard into and before the halving, which is different behavior, making a new all-time high before that, and meme coins just getting super wild, and the euphoria super high. Yeah, it kind of does seem a little bit sell the news event-esque. But don't want to think about it too much, and just watch that weekly structure, and as long as we keep building it, it's good. But it's a little bit different feeling this time, that's for sure. XRD coming to test that 6 level. Man, this thing's moving all over the place. A little 16% down. Looks good still on the weekly as long as it's above, 6 cents. So nothing too crazy there. VeChain actually is building a nice flag right up under the 200. This looks like it wants to go. Next target on that would probably be about just shy of 8 cents. So potential double up almost coming in on this guy. Atom, higher high, higher low. It's just barely chugging along, man. You do kind of have this little trend line like, kind of attempting to breach it, but look, we're in between. These are like deep kind of retraces in bullish markets, at least kind of that's what it's looking like right now. And so is this a buying opportunity to get in on the bull train? Potentially. It does seem like it. Just objectively looking at charts, it's a very strong argument to yes. Just with the big halving coming up next week, is it priced in? Probably. I mean, we've known the halvings when they're going to happen for years. We know pretty much all of them, so probably already priced in. And they become more insignificant as time goes on, too. It's only going to be 3 Bitcoin, and the next time it happens, it'll be like 1.5 Bitcoin, blah, 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 so whatever. Osmo's dumping today. Man, we're getting a little dump fest. And this is kind of off the backs, I think, of rates going up. And like TNX, they haven't officially raised them, but TNX pumping, VIX pumping, getting a little selling pressure in equities, hot inflation numbers, shocker, and then seeing that via oil. And VIX just spiking hard today. Something's afoot there. We'll talk about that here in just 1 second. But yeah, this one's about to breach, man. Below 115, 110. It does start to look a little bit nasty. And if we go to the weekly, we don't have real great support until like $1-ish. So Osmo's taking it on the chin right now. Ton not taking it on the chin. It literally freaking pumped to $9 yesterday. Absolute insanity. This has been an epic trade since just literally the beginning of March. 300 and something% gains. But look at this candle that printed. This horizontal was respected, and I would imagine this is just going to consolidate at least into right where this is, the halving. How funny is that? It's like the chart builds up into it, and it knows about it or something. Matic is still holding on barely in between these EMAs, and I guess the 200 is a regular EMA. Lovely reaction off the weekly here. I really do think this is a good buy right here. Bump and run pattern. Finally broke out. Looks very solid above like mid-80s. Good chart. This is one of the better looking charts for opportunity at least. Nasty ES finally selling off, breaking down. We were seeing that nasty chart build below that 5250 level. Gross. That's where the bears come in, and we are attempting to breach this 5170 zone. If that were to occur, we could be looking for a test of the 21, which is all the way down at 5,000, pretty much flat right now. NASDAQ, you can see, tried to get over 18.3, got rejected today. I mean, we're getting just whipsawed all over the place in these ranges. I mean, technically, it's been going sideways since the beginning of March. So lots of confusion in the markets as rates and inflation keep creeping on up. The Dow is saying this shit sucks. Wow, it is fully open and closed below the 55. We were looking at that on Wednesday. If that were to happen, you'd probably get follow through, and we are. Doji open and closed yesterday and follow through today. There is a little bit of support right here at 38,000 flat, but below that, man, we could easily dump. I mean, the 200's way down here at 36. Let's go to the weekly. We do, okay, so 38 flat should have some good support, but again, below that, support isn't all the way for another couple thousand points below. Interesting. Russell also getting rejected at that level that we talked about Wednesday at the 2060 zone. Closed below it. We did end up closing both EMAs in one swoop. That's usually bad news. Or it's maybe not bad news. It just implies that the continuation will occur in that direction, which this is down. So downside swoopiness. And then you can see on the 3 hour, if you look, we could not get over. We are getting confirmation. Look at this for, what is that, 6, 7, about 7 3-hour candles could not get over 2060. This is confirmed. Resistance has been built there, and the bears are saying, no, we got this, bish. And we don't have an open and close below the 55 yet, but it's getting close. Again, market making it a little bit hard right now, that's for sure. Trannies barely holding on below 15.3. Watch out. VIX, here is the one that's a little bit crazy. False breakdown is confirmed. That was confirmed last week. And look at this. We are getting follow through off of this pattern that we saw many weeks ago. Pretty interesting that this is coming to fruition now. And y'all already know what it is. VVIX well above 100. Will it close like this? This is pretty serious, y'all. This is a big deal for bears. We really got to be cautious, I think, into next week. Everyone's maybe freaking out about the halving, man. No, I don't know if the regular markets care about that. But most notably, though, this shit's over 100. Open and close above 100. Y'all know that's the pivot point on volatility for big expansion. And so we pretty much are getting that today. I mean, 24% VIX spike? What, dude? What? You know, that's pretty wild. Okay. Hey, that's pretty wild, man. So, let's see. VIX futures, same thing. Man, what's up? Pretty interesting. Watch out there. Be a little cautious. Oil. Tried to rally hard today above this little incremental local top at, what is that? 87.63. We got up to 87.67, so beat it by a few pennies, but then got immediately rejected. Just going sideways. Lots of consolidation right now, kind of across the board. But as this goes into the sideways into the trend line, I mean, this should have some support. I'd rather oil break down so we don't have crazy inflation increases at the gas pump and also food and pretty much everything, since we're energy-based economy. So that would kind of suck, but hey, we don't control this shit. So nat gas dump again, just consolidating, kind of like a bear flag on the bottom or a bearish pennant type formation. Looks okay above 169, but man, just consolidating. Really want to see a higher high over $2 taken out for the bulls. TNX spiked hard after the show on Wednesday. Tried to get above this pivot point at 453, and you can see little doji rejection back underneath it. Regardless, though, very bullish structure above 440-ish. Dollar probably likes that. Yep, dollar breaking out strong. That's not good for crypto and most everything, really. Beautiful bounce off this chrono cross here. Just super sexy price action off of that. And gold, this is what's interesting. Usually gold pumps hard when inflation's getting crazy, but not when the dollar goes wild. So we kind of have a very confused market, I feel like, at this point. Oops, I accidentally switched off gold. Yeah, so very interesting to me that we almost pretty much close enough. This is only $20 away from the top end of this box. It is getting a swift rejection, though, so that is a little bit, let's go to the weekly, hold on. Yeah, that is a little bit interesting that today got all the way up there and then quickly just put, so far, a shooting star doji in the works. But very impressive gold move, man. I did not expect it to hit almost the other end of this range already this week. So pretty good. It usually moves slower, but people are getting scared about something. I don't know, man. Pretty interesting. Very bullish above 2,300. Silver, same thing. Wow, it spiked to $30. Just 10 cents shy. Holy moly. That's crazy. Whoa, okay. Holy shnikes. Bullish as hell back above this trend line. I mean, this is real strong above the 27 handle. There's no other way to cut that. We actually are about to have weekly open and close as long as we stay above 27.5. Open and close back above this trend line. I mean, that's pretty beast mode. And if we look to the left, yeah, we're open and close above this high and attempting to get over this. If we could close the weekly above 28, like 30, that would actually be real bullish. This looks pretty damn sexy above this trend line. Target's about 32. Platinum, once it goes over 950, there you go. Over 1,000. Looks good. Building the chart. This thing looks like it's getting squeezed to get a pump to maybe 1,200. A lot of resistance at 1,200 though. GDX, is it staying bid? Yeah, kind of putting in a little bit of a topping type candles on gold and GDX on the dailies. So maybe some consolidation coming up. I could easily see that happening. Let's go to our miner index, crypto miner index. Still holding the 1,400 handle, so that's good. Yeah, I mean, real good support at 12, but intraday, we're pretty much at about that 14. Just consolidating, though. Look at this read on DMI. I mean, up in the power zone, both of them, you don't see that super often, and they're just battling it out right now. Big, big move coming for, you already know what, here in the near future. Backed, getting slapped as it comes up into its split at the end of the month, a 125, too. Pretty big one. Man, lots of red and pretty deep reds today on the miners. You know, I was thinking about this last night. If we take out MicroStrategy of this formula, how good does it actually look? Let's find out. Yeah, not as good. Look at that. This is like rounded top stuff. Interesting. Because I was just like laying in bed last night thinking like, man, you know, MicroStrategy is really inflating that Bitcoin index number because it's pumped so hard. Michael Saylor just gets, I would consider too much love. That's probably a hot take there. But anyway, you can see if you take that out, it looks kind of exhausted, man. This is definitely like a descending triangle up here at the top. I mean, it's still in the trend line. It looks okay. It's just like right on the cusp of kind of breaking down on the daily here. So, yeah, interesting. I just kind of wanted to see that. All right, let's go to, I want to see if NVIDIA is still selling off. Oh, look at that. It bounced off that 35 level from Wednesday's video, the 835 level. Trying to get it back going. Battling is happening across the board, it seems like. Not only in crypto land, but also in traditional land. Trad land, can we call it that? Let's see here. All right, let's go to Casey Lewis's stuff and things. Let me get that pulled up. Give me 1 second here. All right, he wants to look at Chard. Let's go to Chard. What is that? Okay, energy, of course. Energy stonks, pump 3,000. The way oil's acting might be in for some consolidation. But this definitely looks bullish as hell above 180-ish. Pretty stretched out, though. Like 175, 180 is mega support. But look at this. Just like some of the other topping type candle structures, we're seeing it here, too. So, maybe I would wait on this. If I had to pull the trigger, I would definitely use a stop at around 180. And then look for maybe like 200 would be a good spot. What do you got? Stop at 175, 213. Yeah, so a little bit more aggressive than I would go, but I mean that's within the in the ranges though of fib and all that. Oh, what is this here? Technoglass. I think we looked at this one the other day. It's getting some follow through. It looks like, yeah, it looked real good above that 54 level. Very nice, beautiful chart here. Yeah, 54 weekly and on the daily. So 54 is mega support. Anything below 54, bad news bears. And other than that, a target on this is probably going to be what, like 60 something? Yeah, 66. So mid 60s is a target from this. Man, you're real aggressive on that at 76. Looking for $50 flat. Yeah, I mean, there technically is real good resistance at 52. And I mean, that's like 10%. It's only $5. So I could, that's kind of splitting hairs there a little bit. If it was me, though, trading it, I mean, 3618 extension is pretty aggressive for that. I would keep it closer to this one because you can get probably the same risk to reward on this doing it at 55. Yeah, 6.5. And not quite. It has to be over a little bit. Yeah, I mean, that's within the range, though, so that's pretty good, man. I'm not. I like this stop above this range here, too. I mean, that's pretty solid. Let's see. What else do we got? Charter. What is that? Oh, like Charter, the company that's going into the hole. I think I used these guys for internet many moons ago. They are barely holding on. Whoa, you got some short entry. Oh, snap, brother. Short entries. Okay. So now you're starting to see shorts on your chart scanners. That's interesting. All right. All right. I'm getting some turmoil ahead. Sell in April and go away. Oh, I don't know. That doesn't really make sense. It's usually sell in May and go away, right? That might be the case as we go up into the summer and then we start getting lots of more data for the stupid elections and all the. God, that election is just so weird, man. I can't believe we're doing this again with the same people, just older and like what seems to be dumber on both of the sides. What a shit show. Anyway, yeah, a lot of support at 250. If it breaches 250, I mean, going to like 220 looks very easy. And with the stop maybe of about like 3. Let's go to the daily. Yeah, like somewhere in 280 and 3. Somewhere in there. That's what I'd be looking for. Stop at 270. Oh, okay, so you're keeping it tight on that one. Yeah, that's fair. I could get behind that. And looking for 230. Yeah, that's good. I like that one. That one is definitely on the top of the list there. Fox F. What is this one? Fox Factory Holdings. Don't know about that one. Auto parts, huh? Wow, I should know about this one. I'm in the car business, so what the hell? They're losing money, though, every quarter for the last 2 years. Pretty much. Or a year and a half. That's not good. Let's go annual. I mean, it's okay. On the annual, it looks a lot better. Performance Ride Dynamics products. This firm offers bicycles, side-by-sides, oh, what the hell? Okay, maybe it's more bike-related. Off-road vehicles. I don't know. Okay, more like power sport stuff. All right, interesting. I'm going to add that to my automotive, like, car section. Or car watch list. Derp. $40, real good support on the monthly, even. It's also around there on the weekly. God, this looks bad, though. It's bearish as hell below 47. So maybe you could look for a stretch down to this little swing low at like mid-30s. It's probably what I'd look for on that with a stop of like max 50. Because anything getting built over 50 probably gets a test of these clusters and some of these EMAs. So what do you got on that one? Stop loss of 44. Oh, so you're keeping that one nice and tight. Okay, I like that. Especially in, I mean, an overall bullish market at this point. I mean, that's smart. I could definitely get behind those. Looking for 38. Yeah, I like that. That's probably one of my more favorite ones off your list, Casey. Appreciate the contribution, my friend. Much love. Sucks that TradingView kicked us out. And we can't do streams there anymore. I really don't like streaming on YouTube. It's just so much garbage on YouTube and so saturated, and it's like everything instead of just trading focused. So, I mean, I don't really have an option though if I want to do live streams besides Rumble and other stuff. So I don't know. We're just gonna do it on here for now until I kind of come up with a different plan. Or if anyone has any ideas, please feel free to email me or shoot me a DM on TradingView. Email is nonoizresearch@gmail.com. All one word, so easy peasy. Noiz with a Z as well. All right, let's see. I think that's it. Let's go look at some random stuff. Yeah, selling there. Let's go look at sector majors because we can see kind of how the market overall is performing. Yeah, wow, bread everywhere, literally. Interesting. How's housing doing? Kind of nasty there. How about regional banks? Oh, where they are. KR, KB. Sideways. Just lots of consolidation, man. Well, y'all know if these rates keep going up, it's not going to be good for pretty much, definitely not tech stocks, which crypto is related to tech stuff. Oh, wow, look at this. We're getting a little dump fest during the stream on Doji. Why? No. What are you doing? Man, we're getting some. Whoa, we're getting a lot of. Whoa, what the hell? What's going on, y'all? Dump Fest 3000 over here. Bitcoin is just shitting the absolute bed right now. It's going to zero. It's over. That's it. No, I'm just kidding. Although, only partially kidding. I am concerned that the meme hype is so real. Everyone just cares about meme coins. And just the sentiment just doesn't seem good. I mean, why are meme coins the thing? Solana. I mean, let's go look at Solana real quick. You got Solana went to freaking $200 all off meme coins, pretty much. Wow, and it's actually in bearish mode right now on the daily. Oh, just barely about to confirm it today. But hey, structure's still holding up on most of these, but interesting, man. That VIX spike. What are we getting in the Russells and all the majors here? Yeah, we're getting just sell-offs at the end of the day after lunchtime. Everyone came back from lunch at Wall Street and said, sell, sell, sell. Yeah, wow, VIX almost 30% up now. Woo! Woo-wee. Damn, all right, man. That's... Well, y'all, if y'all watch the show, y'all know what's up. And we're going to toot our horn here on the show for a second. We were watching oil and TNX. TNX did it first, breaching the 420 level, right? Big pivot point. And then oil follows through. I guess they kind of did it actually at the same time, which is funny. So, but when oil broke out, and even before it did, we were talking, if that breaks out, it's going to mess up the inflation numbers. And lo and behold, the Fed or whatever, CPI crap, all their real data, their very accurate data, showed inflation's creeping up. But y'all already knew that. We buy stuff at the grocery store. Most of us live in the real world, not in fantasy Washington, D.C. land. But yeah, so that was the first sign last Monday that something was happening. And we need to be cautious here. So the charts will tell you what's up, man. It's just if you believe them or not or want to change your opinion. And sometimes it's hard as hell. Actually, it's usually always hard as hell to do. But you got to let price guide you, man. It knows a lot more than you do or me or anybody, any individual. It knows way more than all of that. So let price be your guide. I know it sounds corny as hell, but it is true, man. And the quicker... I wish someone kept pounding that in my head when I was younger instead of going through all the trial and error for definitely the first 5 years of me trading, of just making a lot of money, then losing almost all of it, and then doing it again, and like just a back and forth because I thought I knew better. But if I would just let price tell me what's up, man, would have got ahead a lot quicker, that's for sure. But that's all good. Learn the hard way. Maybe sometimes that's what it takes, and I am definitely a more stubborn than average person, so... There you go. All right, guys. Much love. I'll see y'all on Monday. I hope y'all have a great weekend. Don't forget, next week we'll be having week, so that'll be fun. Nice to get it out of the damn way, too. And, man, watch these big levels popping up here for TNX. If we get comfy over 454, next target is just shy of, about mid-470s, and that could really get some sell pressure in. For sure. And just by, actually, you know what? We're going to go jump over to Bitcoin real quick and look at the Pi cycle indicator because I'm just curious what it's doing. We haven't looked at it in a while. We tried to get real bullish over here, and that failed. So that's interesting. Yeah, it ain't really doing shit. So nothing there. It's not near as high. My guess is it's got to be over 100K for that to really start coming to fruition. Just wanted to check that out real fast. And on my last point, don't forget that correlations on Bitcoin. I know people think it's some kind of hedge or whatever. It ain't. Okay? It's very, very correlated to markets. Look at this. Especially tech stonks. I mean, for almost its entire life, outside of these two little, the 2015 year, most of that year, and this little blip here in the spring of 2019, it has on average, over 75% correlation to NASDAQ. So if this shit starts selling off and gets nasty, we're going to have to be a little bit cautious for crypto mans, because they usually ain't too good. You can see even the dollar's starting to get some strength on there. Anyway, though, that doesn't matter. We're making the point for my ADD's kicking in. We're getting the point for NASDAQ, how closely correlated they are to Bitcoin. Yes, highly, highly correlated. You can even see it on the weekly. So they will be very much affected by higher rates, as you can go get 6% now at the bank. It's pretty good. 7%. I've been seeing some signs like that. So, all right. Anyway, that's it for today. Much love. Is this buying opportunity on some stuff? Yeah, probably. Probably. Is it a little bit risky just because the halving and we're not really sure exactly what's going to happen to the halving? Yeah, definitely. Most definitely. But if you just don't care about the halving and just look at price action, we're all good in the hood as long as we're holding above this 65,000 level. So maybe we're just getting our consolidation, as this does happen a lot around the halving. If we load up the halving chart real quick, and then I'm signing off for reals. If we load up the halving chart real fast, you can see, look at all this sideways action, even with the Corona crash right here, right? It went sideways for freaking over a year, basically, before it launched. You can see here, it pumped up into the halving, kind of like what we got now, but it didn't even start continuing new highs until all the way in the fall of that following year. 150 days later, same actually happened here, pumped 100 days before, but it went sideways all the way through and took an additional month or two to pump and get new highs. And so, and I mean, that is kind of the MO. So let's just say that we're doing that same kind of thing, you know, let's say 150 days. That would put us in the middle of the summer for continuation. And if you believe in chart voodoo, this line that I draw on here will show us the way, which is kind of crazy. I scribbled this on my chart back over here in December of 21, y'all. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, I know. It's pretty wild. Scribbled that on December 2021, and this thing has been falling fairly well. And if my voodoo 6 cents or whatever the hell it is correct, then maybe we'll go in July and start rallying. That would fit very well into the past previous. The past previous? Is that redundant? Yes, it is. Into the past markets and halvings. And again, we can look for all-time highs somewhere in this range here. Anything past that, it would be very different, but this is about where we usually want to see them. So anyway, much love, guys. I'm going to be signing off. We're not going to save anything on that. We're not going to save anything on there. Boom, there it is. Barely holding on, getting a little sell pressure at the end of the day here. But is this an opportunity? Potentially. I just think it's a little bit risky. Just going into the halving. Kind of want to get that out of the way so people can just stop thinking and talking about it. I'm seeing posts like, oh, 11 days to become a millionaire still. And it's like, what? Do people just think right when the halving happens, Bitcoin just doubles to, like, what? No, man. It don't work like that. All right, guys. I hope you have a beautiful weekend. Happy Friday. Much love. I will see y'all on Monday. This is No Noiz.